It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Eagles and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, Duckworth. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And he's going to go down again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball, his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. Now this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Off play action. Boyle. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Samuel, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He's got it. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal at the 1.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Throwing on first down. Duckworth.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Duckworth.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Alvin Kamara unable to push push past that yellow line. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Off the play fake. Boyle.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 1st and 10, Duckworth. He's going to let this one go deep. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. Yep. The Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chargers going to take over now late in this 1st half.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Boyle. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. Yep.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Dillon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half. Now, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter, taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw on second down, Boyle. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off play action. Boyle. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Boyle. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down. Here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Eagles 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Boyle. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's the big man Dillon with it, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 2nd and 7. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Boyle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Boyle. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, Dillon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 1st down, Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try the left side with Dillon. 66 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down, Duckworth. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So this one's over. It's incoming for the LA Chargers. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than